On Global TV News Express, President Tinubu appoints Enye Kiriki as chairman of National Assembly Service Commission. In business, federal government bans 60,000-litre tankers nationwide from March. On the foreign scene, France returned Seoul military base to Ivory Coast. And in sport, Lookman hits back at Gasperini after penalty criticisms. Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to the News Express on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Queen Agaba. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and free to air on NightStreamSat. You can download the Global TV Nigeria app for Android and iOS devices to keep track of our broadcast. President Bola Tinubu has approved the appointment of Dr. Saviour Enyekiri as chairman of the National Assembly Service Commission for a 5-year renewable term. Presidential spokesman Bayo Onanuga, in a statement, says that until his appointment, Enyekiri, an environmental specialist, was the deputy chief of staff to the Senate president. President Tinubu also approved the appointment of 2 commission members from each of the 6 geopolitical zones. Nigeria's access to a $602.95 million grant for 2025 from the United States Agency for International Development is now uncertain following a 90-day suspension of all agency programs by President Donald Trump. The fund freeze stems from an executive order signed by President Trump after his return to office in January 2025, directing a comprehensive review of U.S. foreign assistance. The review aims to assess the effectiveness of American aid programs with a focus on eliminating waste and ensuring funds align with U.S. national interests. The Deputy British High Commissioner to Nigeria, Johnny Baxter, has expressed concern over the insecurity in Osun State, describing the violence as a worrisome development. He made this remark during a courtesy visit to the Oni of Ife, Adeyeye Ogunwusi, at his palace. This is according to a press release signed by the Director Media and Public Affairs, Oni Palace, Moses Olafare. The United States Ambassador to Nigeria, Richard Mills, says there is no evidence that the United States Agency for International Development is funding Boko Haram or any terrorist group. Mills stated after meeting with Nigeria Governors Forum in Abuja that no nation condemns Boko Haram's violence more than the U.S. He assured all that if any evidence be found, the U.S. government will work with the Nigerian government to investigate it. The Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, says Nigeria will not accommodate any form of disrespect from any country against its citizens, saying it is important for everyone to understand that Nigeria deserves respect. The CDS stated this at Defense Headquarters in Abuja shortly after he received wounded military personnel that had participated in the Invictus game in Canada, maintaining that Nigerians is being treated unfairly by some countries. Kikelamo Okere completes the story.
The Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, dismissed the insinuation from some quarters that members of the armed forces were not invited to Vancouver, Canada, to participate in Invictus game initiated by Duke Sex. Providing an insight into what transpired during the preparation, General Musa says they followed all due process, adding that concerned government officials, including ministers and national security advisor, were aware.
The denial of the visa. We mustn't travel abroad. Nigeria is good enough for all of us. We had an agreement. We were invited. A program was sent. We forwarded our requirements. We followed the process. Everybody knows members of the armed forces will never take shortcuts. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Minister of State, the NSA, everybody is aware about this journey. And we followed the process. But for reasons best known to them, most of the teams, you remember, the team captain did not go. The medical doctor was not there, the physiotherapist did not go. All those that were important for the team were not given visas. And the question is why? Well, I'm happy that the federal government is also looking at those aspects. I think it's important for people to understand that we deserve respect as Nigerians all over the world. And we must and we must never accommodate disrespect from anybody because we're a great country.
A further pledge to stop at nothing to improve the morale of the troops and the wounded and the sick personnel.
Chief of Defense Staff, this is a clarion call that whatever it takes to raise the morale of our troops, we will do it, whatever the cost is, because we know once the troops see what we are doing with those that are injured, they will want to give their best because they know if anything happens to them, they will also be taken care of.
Speaking shortly after they were ushered in, the Director of Sport at Defense Headquarters lament over the visa denial by the Canada High Commission, saying out of 25-man team that was invited, only 14 were granted visas. He explained that the team were initially demoralized because the team captain, physiotherapist, and other important persons that were supposed to be part of the trip but were denied visas.
These soldiers re-strategized knowing their success was already diminished from teams and put up a great fight. Notwithstanding this setback, our team participated in over 6 events, which include wheelchair basketball, sitting volleyball, Nordic events, indoor rowing, and swimming. The team's outstanding performance earned Nigeria 1 gold medal, 1 silver medal.
The leader expressed gratitude to the Chief of Defense Staff, saying the experience gives them opportunity to interact with other officers from other countries and to heal.
When we were privileged to get to the point where we'll see the light at the end of the tunnel was when you magnanimously brought the Invictus and this initiative to the wounded, injured, and sick personnel. So it was a magnanimous initiative that actually brought light at the end of the tunnel for all of us. So when all of us were introduced to the game as a means of recovery, little did we know that our disability will be overturned.
I said there is an ability in every disability because you never can tell where your strength is. Being here today, sir, I would say we are very grateful because when Ruth came in, when I saw Ruth the first time, Ruth could not use her hand, and today she is the gold medalist.
The Invictus Game is an international multi-sport event meant for recovery for the wounded, injured, and sick personnel. However, the team finally won different medals listed as 1 gold medal, 1 silver medal, 4 bronze medals in different sports they participated in. Kike Lomo Okeri, Global Television News.
The 36 state governors under the endorsement of the Nigeria Governors Forum have emphasized the need to deepen cooperation with the United States of America on economic development, governance, and health. In a statement issued after its meeting in Abuja, NGF Chairman and Kwara State Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak reaffirmed their commitment to working with state legislators to promote governance reforms and ensure effective policy implementation at the subnational level. The statement reveals that the forum engaged with the U.S. ambassador to Nigeria, who shared his vision for a renewed and dynamic partnership between Nigeria and the United States, highlighting a shift from a donor-recipient model to one of mutual collaboration. He underscored the importance of fostering economic opportunities for Nigerians. The National Youth Service Corps in Benue State has confirmed the withdrawal of corps members from Mba community in Kwande local government area due to ongoing attacks. The Assistant Director of Information and Public Relations of NYSC in the state, Yahuza Adamu, stated this in Makurdi. He says the withdrawal of corps members from Mba community was as a result of incessant attacks on the community. The Gandhi Foundation has sponsored free eye treatment for 1,000 residents of Jigawa State. The exercise was held at Sambo Hospital Duse in Jigawa State. All the beneficiaries were provided with medications and recommended eyeglasses, as some of them underwent eye surgery for a variety of eye diseases. Kike Lomo Okere has details.
Governor of Jigawa State, Malam Umar Namadi, has commended the national chairman of All Progressive Congress, Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, and his wife, Professor Afsat Umar Ganduje, for the gesture. Namadi says he was not surprised by how Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje is extending some of the human-centered projects he executed while he was the governor of Kano State to Jigawa State, saying Professor Afsat Umar Ganduje is of Jigawa origin. The APC national chairman emphasized the importance of sight, saying that was the main reason behind the exercise in the state. He added that the medical outreach is one of the services Ganduje Foundation provides to Nigerians. The beneficiary commended Ganduje's foundation for the outreach. They says they were glad that they were provided with a number of eye problem related services free of charge. The All Progressive Congress national chairman Abdullahi Ganduje attended the event in the company of his wife, Professor Afsat Umar Ganduje, his children and well-wishers. The outreach include surgery for a variety of eye diseases and provision of medication and recommended glasses to all beneficiaries. Kike Lomo Okeri, Global Television News.
The management of Federal University Lokoja, Kogi State has closed down the university indefinitely following the continued protest by the students in solidarity of the death of 5 of their colleagues killed by an articulated vehicle on Monday, 17 February 2025. This is contained in a circular issued by the Registrar Secretary of Council of the University, Dr. Rebecca Aimiohu Okoje, and the State Commissioner of Police and Director of DSS. The former Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, Mudashiru Obasa, has refuted the report linking him to stockpiling guns at his office at the Assembly. This is as the current Speaker of the House, Mojisola Meranda, denied resigning from her position. Obasa denied reports linking him to some firearms allegedly uncovered at his office. 2 Nigerians, James Wuye and Mohammed Ashafa, have been named winners of the inaugural Commonwealth Peace Prize. The co-founder of the Interfaith Mediation Center were recognized for their exceptional contribution to building peace and reconciliation in Nigeria. The Commonwealth Secretary General, Patricia Scotland, announced their win in a congratulatory letter addressed to the Deputy High Commissioner of Nigeria, Sani Suleiman. The Zonal Filipinos and a company, Jeting International Co. Limited, before Justice Musa Kakaki of the Federal High Court sitting in Ikoyi for cyber terrorism and internet fraud in Lagos. The EFCC says the Filipinos are part of the 792-member syndicate of alleged cryptocurrency investment and romance fraud suspects arrested on December 3, 2024 in Lagos by operatives of the EFCC in a surprise operation tagged Eagle Flush Operation. The defendants were arraigned on separate charges bordering on cyber crimes, cyber terrorism, impersonation, possession of documents containing false pretense, and identity theft. You're watching the live broadcast of the News Express, where News Express returns 500 junior battle in TPPA tennis tourney. We have these details as well as that of business and foreign stories for you after the break. Please stay with us.
Social, economic, cultural, and political conditions are constantly in flux, requiring regular conversations on the many contexts and informed analysis of their dimensions. Now, these discussions are not just about understanding the present, but about shaping the future. Foremost Bayes University is taking this lead through the Bayes University Debates, hosted by Global Television.
Analyzing and debating issues big and small, Bayes University Debates presents a vibrant forum where we invite academics, intellectuals, and prominent personalities to share their diverse views and ideas on topical issues. Your unique perspective is a valuable addition to our rich intellectual community.
Engage in respectful, challenging debates where we try to find common ground. Keep our minds open and seek truth and understanding.
Don't miss the opportunity to join the conversation on Bayes University Debates at 9 p.m. every last Tuesday of the month. Showing on Global Television Channel 365. Star Times Channel 276, free to air on Niconsat. You can also download the Global TV app on the App Store and Google Play Store. Be part of the action. Social, economic, cultural.
Many thanks for staying with us. In business, the federal government has announced a ban. We'll take a quick break. When we return, we'll bring you these details. Apologies. Know that global television can be watched in Nigeria and all over the world with our app on Google and Play Store. All you need to do is download Global TV Nigeria on your phone and watch all programs on global television. What are you waiting for? Start downloading and stay connected to global television.
Social, economic, cultural, and political conditions are constantly in flux, requiring regular conversations on the many contexts and informed analysis of their dimensions. Now, these discussions are not just about understanding the present, but about shaping the future. Foremost Bayes University is taking this lead through the Bayes University Debates, hosted by Global Television.
Analyzing and debating issues big and small, Bayes University Debates presents a vibrant forum where we invite academics, intellectuals, and prominent personalities to share their diverse views and ideas on topical issues. Your unique perspective is a valuable addition to our rich intellectual community.
Engage in respectful, challenging debates where we try to find common ground. Keep our minds open and seek truth and understanding.
Don't miss the opportunity to join the conversation on Bayes University Debates at 9 p.m. every last Tuesday of the month. Showing on Global Television Channel 365. Star Times Channel 276, free to air on Niconsat. You can also download the Global TV app on the App Store and Google Play Store. Be part of the action.
Many thanks for staying with us. If you've just joined us, this is News Express on Global Television. In business, the federal government has announced a ban on trucks carrying over 60,000 liters of hydrocarbon products from loading at depot and traveling on federal roads effective from March 1st, 2025. It also announced that from the fourth quarter of 2025, no truck carrying more than 45,000 liters of petroleum products shall be allowed to load from the depot. The Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority Executive Director, Distribution System, Storage and Retailing Infrastructure, Obugo Ukoha, announced this at a briefing in Abuja. The number of dormant bank accounts in Nigeria is over 19.69 million, according to the industry customer account database released by the Nigeria Interbank Settlement System. The data, which tracks monthly account statuses throughout 2024, indicates a steady rise in inactive accounts, coinciding with new regulatory measures by the Central Bank of Nigeria requiring commercial banks to publish details of dormant accounts. The CBN directive, issued to enhance transparency and return unclaimed funds to rightful owners, comes amid concerns that a significant number of accounts have remained idle for extended periods. The federal government has revealed that it's moving most electricity consumers in Nigeria to Band A, where they will enjoy a minimum of 20 hours of electricity supply daily. The Transmission Company of Nigeria announced a major milestone in the nation's power sector, revealing that Nigeria has achieved a new peak power generation of 5,543.20 megawatts. This milestone was disclosed in a statement issued by the management. Microsoft has announced plans to invest $1 million over the next 2 years to accelerate artificial intelligence skill development for 1 million Nigerians, aiming to foster digital innovation and economic empowerment. Microsoft's country manager for Nigeria, Ola Williams, made this disclosure during the launch of the Microsoft AI Tour in Lagos. The manager noted that a strategic investment to ensure that Nigerians have access to the critical skills needed, not just to use AI, but to develop cutting-edge solutions and build AI-driven businesses that provide sustainable livelihood. On the foreign scene, Hamas has handed over the bodies of Israeli hostages for the first time as part of Gaza's ceasefire deal. The bodies of 4 hostages have arrived at the Abu Kabir Forensic Institute in Jaffa, Tel Aviv, according to the Israeli Health Ministry. Forensic teams will complete the thermal identification process as efficiently and respectfully as possible, with the utmost compassion towards the families, says spokesperson Shira Solomon. France returned its sole military base in Ivory Coast to local authorities, marking an end to decades of French presence at the site. The French and Ivorian defense ministers signed a document to confirm the return shortly after the Ivorian flag was raised in the base's parade ground. Ivorian defense minister Tene Birahima Autara says that the act marks a new era in the friendship and strategic collaboration between both countries. In sports, African Footballer of the Year Ademola Lookman has broken his silence on Atalanta manager Gianpiero Gasperini's harsh criticism, revealing that the designated taker instructed him to take the penalty in Tuesday's Champions League exit to Club Brugge. In an emotional statement, Lookman expressed his hurt at being singled out by Gasperini, who had labeled him one of the worst penalty taker ever after his spot kick was saved in the 3-1 defeat. Over 500 junior tennis players will compete for Universal Tennis Rating. To end News Express on Global TV, here's a quick look at some of our top stories.